Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cloud Foundry Community Advisory Board call for November. It's great to have everybody here. Can't believe that we're already at the end of the year so quickly. Uh, but yeah, a lot of changes have happened in the past year, especially with the way the foundation has been organized and also with the way the governance and the community management aspects of Cloud Foundry are transforming. So in this call, I thought I'd give folks a quick tour of how the newly elected TOC has been approaching the organization of different working groups, how far we've come, and also let folks know about one or two areas where people can step up and you know try and contribute if they're interested. So yeah, I'm going to share my screen with. Uh, so unless my screen is not visible to folks, let's continue. So one of the efforts that the new TOC has um, started or spawned is this move to a very open sort of governance structure that's very pull request driven. So obviously you get like a bunch of engineers together in a room. They're going to want to solve it with some of their favorite tools, right? So we've got this whole um, I, set of repos on GitHub that are under the Cloud Foundry community folder, and they are open, obviously, for everyone to come take a look at and stuff. And the TOC is maintaining all of the details about the working groups and the progress here. So um, anything that needs to be worked on obviously is flagged as an issue, and they use pull requests to modify all of these different charters, different working group information, and things like that. Oh, and if folks have any questions or any comments, please feel free to just jump in and ask them or air them or share your views. So um, yeah, so to begin with, the sort of lay of the land is this image that you see. Some of these might be a little difficult for you to read. I'll post a link to this um, both in the chat and in the video recording later. But essentially, this is the view that we are taking for all of the different projects and grouping them under each of the different working groups. So the link is in chat if folks want to open this up on their own. But essentially, there's the six working groups that we have going right now. Um, and the first one that is sort of fairly um, I would say concise and compact and easy to do is foundational infrastructure. So the projects under foundational infrastructure are these. So they are grouped together in order to be able to create and maintain all of the basic pieces, I guess, that are necessary, particularly the legacy CF1 VMs effort that center around Bosch. um, Now let's step into some of the information here. um, so hopefully this is readable for folks. But yeah, so it's to I guess their main goal is to preserve the ability to um, work on core CF capabilities, especially like I mentioned Bosch and some of the important pieces that are required for that ecosystem are co-located vis-a-vis identities, Cred Hub, and some of the data services. Um, so the leads for this group are Ruben. I think Ruben is formerly from Stack and Vane, currently works with VMware, if I remember correctly. And there's Behan. Behan, again, very experienced Cloud Foundry member. Folks would have listened to him speak at like various summits in the past and things like that. So they are actively leading this, and they meet every Thursday. And there's actually a foundational infrastructure working group call going on right now. It's on the community calendar, and the different projects that they're working on are identified here. So as you can see, big chunk of it is the Bosch related repos, and like there's like a bunch of other stuff that they're picking up and taking responsibility for as well. So the next chunk, I guess, belongs to the app runtime working group. So it's envisioned as one big working group, but then there are some sub teams that have sort of been carved out of that so that it's easier to focus and manage and just generally administer better. So app runtime is divided into the interfaces, platform, and the deployments working groups. Um, they meet once a month. So I think the first Wednesday, again, it's on the community calendar. Um, so they meet once a month to discuss status and things like that. But these are basically the different areas that each of these sub teams is divided into. Now, some of these projects might be like on maintenance mode, and they might not be under very active um, contributions and things like that. But generally speaking, this is the way things have been divided up into these three. Um, the lead, I believe, is Amelia for both of these. And so Greg for the runtime interfaces and Amelia for platforms. Yes. So they are the leads. And so if you take a look at what each of these are. So app runtime interfaces is to maintain the APIs essentially for um, any of the clients that are interfacing against CF, and it's just maintain all of this so that um, any sort of quote unquote client that's connecting to CF is able to have a reliable experience. So different pieces, I guess, that are in here are CAPI, and um, there's a there's a bit of an overlap between the interfaces team and the build packs slash Paketo working group. I'll get into that in just a bit, but um, yeah, there is an overlap. I guess that's important to know. And then the runtime platform group is for the other parts of the overall platform that go into keeping the entire app runtime functional. So Diego and logging and metrics, I guess, are the big parts. Obviously, networking, but there's a whole raft of other smaller projects as well that are a part of this working group. So, like I mentioned, they meet once a month, and folks are encouraged to hop in and speak to them. The next one is about the service management. So um, open service brokers and more recently cloud service brokers are both projects that are owned by the Cloud Foundry Foundation. And um, this working group is essentially focused on these two um, main areas. And again, the entire notion of 12 factor apps that we work with is sort of focused around what this working group builds and maintains, I guess. The leadership is Marcella Campo. Um, Again, I think she's part of VMware right now, and along with like a bunch of different folks, is helping build features and actively maintain these rather critical projects. And the there is so as far as these four go, it's more of the historic sort of CF1 VMs heavy working groups, and people are probably familiar with a lot of the projects and the repos that they're responsible for. The Cloud Foundry on Kubernetes effort is being sort of shaken up, and we're taking what could be considered our third approach into making this a reality. So, if folks recall the kubecf efforts from few years ago, I guess, and the CF for Kate's effort from like the past couple of years, then you obviously know what the aims were. So that continues to remain the same, to bring the convenient CF experience onto Kubernetes. But this working group is now focused on um, taking like that, um, uh, not a radically new approach, but I guess a slightly more evolutionary step towards making Cloud Foundry a reality on Kubernetes. So this working group has been created independent of um, any of the other groups that we have, and there's Georgie, who I think is from SAP, and Giuseppe from VMware, who are the leads for um, this particular effort. Um, Bird Rock, who's also part of, I guess, the list of approvers, is hosting their um, community call that happens twice every week on Tuesdays, if folks are interested in joining that. Again, the basic idea is to continue to take advantage of all of the Kube native tools that are out there and get that Cloud Foundry experience going. So, again, a lot of interesting work that's happening um, in this area, and folks are again invited to come participate in whatever form or manner that they are comfortable with. Any questions so far?
No.
All right. So that then brings us to the Paketo working group, which I mentioned is organized slightly differently. So if folks recall the build packs that are used traditionally, I guess in uh, with like Bosch and Legacy Cloud Foundry or Cloud Foundry on VMs, um, are what are termed as V2 build packs. Um, there's people probably know the history behind that nomenclature, but it represents those set of build packs that are that don't yet do OCI compatible containers, I guess. So with this new sort of introduction of Paketo and the new build pack spec, or what is known as the V3 build packs, the aim is to make use of Paketo and all of the cloud native build pack goodness in order to export containers that will then be deployed by CF. Now, there isn't sufficient um, compatibility, I guess, between what we can do with these, what gets exported as part of using V3 build packs. And so the older build packs continue to be maintained. And so if you look at the app runtimes platform working group, there's like a bunch of the same build packs folks who are also working there on maintaining these older build packs. And there's a much bigger just build packs initiative, the CNB efforts essentially, who have a big role to play in how sort of Paketo is governed and managed. So The maintenance of um, this entire suite of Paketo build packs is owned by that one. So we're not interfering with their membership and governance structure in order to introduce a new one. But essentially, they are their own working group, and the main focus is to get Paketo working and functional and um, deliver on the promise of V3 build packs, not just for the CF1 KX efforts, but working also with the older Bosch systems as well. For information about like their governance structures and roles, it's you can step into some of these repos and you can see that they're organized slightly differently, and there's there is some way they're connected, but not as explicit um, as the other working groups that we have. So they're still working fairly independently and continuing in the same pace and modes that they're already working on, and I guess working well. So again, it's organized slightly differently, but it's still very functional. So all of these working groups that I've introduced so far have started working actively with um, the community and started working on these projects, and they're checking all the boxes for um, improving things as we speak. Now, the two working groups that are still in progress are first the vulnerability management working group. Although a lot of progress has been made, we're just waiting on some um, very small um, items like confirmations and things like that for this working group to be ratified. So again, the idea behind this is to maintain a very active role in seeking out any CVEs on the Cloud Foundry projects and making sure that stuff is being worked on, being packaged. It's just being improved, and there's a better security posture overall. So this group will be ratified very shortly. I think folks they were just waiting for confirmation from one or two of the people who are involved. But yeah, expect an announcement about this very shortly. Um, the last working group, I guess, that we still haven't had too much of success with is the community experience working group. Now, it's rather ironic I'd bring that up in the community advisory call, but um, this working group has basically been formed or envisioned in order to work with the community at large and make sure that the right kind of onboarding and continued support and everything is made available to uh, new users, to existing users, and just provide any kind of documentation and other kinds of support, and create and maintain some stuff that the community can share and collaborate and work with. So at the moment, as you can see, is rather empty. So if folks are, there's obviously like work that is being done in filling up membership and approvals and all of these other um, areas where people can contribute. But if there are any folks out there who might be interested in working with Cloud Foundry maintainers in improving the state of Cloud Foundry in general via non-technical contributions, then I think um, the community experience working group is a great place to get started with. So I guess one of the CTAs from this is we welcome any and all kinds of participation in order to make that happen. So yeah, that's really all of the progress that the wonderful DOC has been making so far. So it's been a few months since they started, and this is how far that they've gotten. So there's been some excellent progress, and like you also saw this, there are some areas where we could use all the help that we could get, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to just let everybody know about where we stand and where we intend to go. Yeah, that's all I had. Any questions, comments, thoughts? Okay. So again, if there's anything, feel free to reach out. The GitHub repos are all open there. You can throw in any, you can report it as issues. If you had anything, you can also reach out to the foundation. I guess through Slack, through Twitter, through email, whatever works for folks. But if folks don't have any questions or anything, maybe we can close the call.